William S. Squire. Now, how soon, Bill, let me ask you this, as a creative pursuit,
Yeah.
how soon until you transition from just curating these to shooting them?
To taking pictures of the women?
No,
Yeah.
physically shooting them with a gun.
I'm sorry if you read the fine print. Once you become an Alan Cox Show Instagram hottie cover girl, we must shoot you.
That was my gun click.
Yep, Mary shoots a lot. Until you photograph them, Bill. Until you say, you know what? Who we BSing here? Let's just cut out the middle, man. Why don't you come over? I got a big old white box. You've got a big old white box. Let's get up there and, let's make some magic.
I think that will happen when they change the rules again, and we have to own all the rights to it. Not just have permission, but own it. Because
Gotcha.
That's kind of what put it in this situation in the first place. They changed rules on our website to try and protect us from copyright infringement, and so we have to get permission from people, and this is it. So
Necessity being the mother of invention.
Exactly.
All right.
So don't think I haven't thought about that. I just don't want to do that, to be perfectly honest.
I understand.
I'm not a photographer.
Okay.
I don't want to. I think that's like if you're not a photographer and you're just like, hey, I need sexy pictures of girls. You want to come to this location you've never been to before?
We got a couch.
But you're not some guy. I mean, this is an established feature, and you've got the full faith and credit of the Alan Cox Show behind you.
Yes,
of course.
yes.
This is a reputable establishment I'm running here.
I understand that.
All right.
So when we need to, I'll make that turn. But
Sometimes,
for now,
I assume, just in case necessity is the teen mother of invention, you've got to be 18 to do this.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I like to figure those things out, too. I got an appointment with my dentist this morning.
How'd it go?
Well, I popped that crown off my implant at Easter. And sometimes I'll go back and forth between my current dentist and my old dentist. Old dentist, they're like, yeah, we're closed until May or whatever. But I guess not every dentist office is like that. So I go in this morning, and everybody's got rules now. They got the masks on, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't wear my mask in there because I'm like,
You gotta get in your mouth. Yeah.
Get in my mouth.
Get in that mouth.
What that mouth do?
And so the hand sanitizer before you sign in. So I got the hand sanitizer. Didn't sign in because they know who I am. And so, but all the girls and the dentists, they're all wearing masks. They do the forehead thermometer.
Nice.
And then you got to swish with like hydrogen peroxide for a while. So not taking any chances, right? But I'm thinking this is what other places will eventually end up doing.
Or should have already been doing.
They'll have, nothing's open. I'm just saying, like, it's going to get to a point where you'll go to a restaurant and they'll give you the forehead thermometer, like they're doing in other countries. Now, I take my temperature every morning, so I knew I was going to show up green. So I look like a friggin' wizard when they did it, and I go, it's green, isn't it? And they go, yes, how did you know that?
My God.
I said, there's simply no way to know.
50-50 shot.
Yeah.
I don't even own a thermometer.
Really?
You don't own a thermometer. No. I mean, it's a good thing to have in kind of the first aid
they're
kit.
kind of sold out right now.
I got one.
You were able
I got
to
a
find
couple.
one?
Yeah, I got a couple. I mean, if you want to pay for them. But I got a couple of them. Got the mouth thermometer, got the forehead thermometer.
I mean, I'm willing to pay for one, but every place I've gone has been sold out.
I got one like last year when I wasn't feeling well, but I didn't have one until that point. Whenever I got sick, you know what? It was
I got one a couple weeks ago.
No, last year I bought it when I was supposed to start here, and I got super sick.
Oh, yeah.
And then I remember I went out and I bought a bunch of cold medicine and all this stuff, and then my fever was real high and I had to go to the emergency room.
Right.
That's when I bought my thermometer.
I require new employees to submit their temperature to me every day.
Sent you a picture. It was 100.5, and you said almost. And I was
Almost.
Like, this is me telling you I won't be in tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah. So some doctors' offices are, open and doing things, and some dentists are closed and some aren't. Unfortunately, mine wasn't. But yeah, the forehead thermometer and, So...
Does it make you feel safe?
But no, listen, I mean, it's a doctor's office. I would have been surprised if they hadn't been doing something like that, and especially they have people's mouths open. I mean, that's like their...
I didn't mean that in like a whatever way. When I see people doing those things, I feel safer.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw ladies walking around my neighborhood with masks on, and I thought that was excessive. If you're outside and you're on a walk.
How old?
Old.
Yeah, I think the old women
Probably
are kind of
over-
like,
I'd say
I don't
over
want it.
70,
They're not
yeah.
taking any chances.
Yeah, but I'm like,
So I get that.
It's so hot. Like even just grocery shopping in it, it makes me super hot, and
I
then
see
I
people
feel,
jogging in them.
That's what I'm saying, and then I feel like I can't breathe because it's like hard to get oxygen in there, and then I'm like, oh my god, I have coronavirus because I can't. I'm short of breath. It's like, no, you have a mask on, stupid. So I couldn't imagine someone.
It's also the tiny
Walking.
details. It's the tiny details that you forget. I'm at Giant Eagle over the weekend, and I'm in the produce section, and I need to put some stuff in those bags. Mm-hmm. And they're so hard to get open. What would you normally do to open the bag?
Lick your finger.
Lick your finger and open it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm standing there, and I've got my mask on, and I'm like, well, I can't lick my finger, but I look like I look like I have no manual dexterity. Like I'm standing there rubbing this bag, trying to get it open.
Wrong end.
No, we're not wrong. I checked.
You had to seal them. Like
What's
what the
wrong,
hell?
man?
is
What's going on here? Yeah, and I was like, normally you would just go lick, open, whatever.
I've read a bunch of stories of people that will be like wearing a mask, but then they'll get out their money and they'll lick their finger and like go through their money and hand it to the cashier, and the cashier's like, "What? Have we learned nothing? Do you
Right.
understand the?"
It's also easy to
you're
forget.
You're trying. You're wearing the mask, but you're still
Habit.
licking your goddamn finger.
It's easy to forget because
Yeah.
you got the mask on, but then you're still. Somebody stands right next to you, looking at the chips.
There was another
And
video.
I'm kind of scooting over.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do what they're,
Yeah.
I'm best practices.
There was another video of a member of I think I don't remember where it was, but he tried to drink water with a mask on, and it was great.
That's wonderful.
He forgot he had the mask on, takes a sip of water out of a water bottle, and just like the look, the eyes tell so much about your face.
Yeah.
They really are just the window to
Your soul.
Your soul, yes, because you could see how embarrassed he was in that moment, but you couldn't see his mouth or his nose or anything like that. Just his eyes going from "this is an okay thing" to "I'm a stupid, stupid person."
So you don't have a thermometer.
I don't have a thermometer. No, but I'm not sick, so
How do you know?
because I don't feel bad.
That's called asymptomatic.
people can spread a bill.
No, why do you say it like that?
But that's still asymptomatic is not sick. That's asymptomatic.
No, asymptomatic.
No, asymptomatic means you're
sick.
not outwardly showing that you have the virus and can transmit it, but you are not showing any symptoms.
Right. But
That's what the whole mask thing is.
Right.
I'm not doing it for me.
I understand that.
I'm supposed to be doing it for other people.
But
And
we
by
could
the way-
all be asymptomatic.
Right.
Yeah. So
And?
so me taking
That's
my
why we're 6
temperature-
feet away from each other.
But my temperature is not going to let us know if I
That's a symptom.
If
You
I
mean
have
as a-
98.6,
I
if
see
I
what you
take
mean.
my temperature right now and I'm 98.6,
You're not showing a
I
fever
could
as
still be
Gotcha.
asymptomatic.
I see.
Is what I'm trying to say.
I just like to know where I am, so I do the temperature thing.
Don't you
want
get
one.
obsessive though?
But wait, what?
Do you get obsessive about it?
No,
Where
no,
it's
no.
like you're 97.7 one day and then you're 98.9 and you're like, is that a fever?
No, because I've read that body temperatures in general have dropped a little bit. Mine is you always have 98.6 burned into your brain, but they're like most people are not at 98.6. So if you're 99, don't freak out. If you're 97.1, don't freak out. It's when you get into 100, 101, 102, very clearly a fever. You know what I mean? Along those lines. But the weird thing is too is when you're wearing the mask, because what have they said? They go, it's not necessarily just for you. It's so that you don't get anyone else sick either.
Right.
But then you go, like I said, I went to this home improvement store over the weekend, and I was one of 5 people wearing masks. I'm like, if they don't care, why do I care? Just because I'm that kind of person. But you get where other people are coming from. They're like, look, if I'm supposed to be wearing this so I don't get that guy sick, potentially.
He don't care about
And
me.
he doesn't care. Well, I'm not even focusing on me. I'm
He doesn't
saying
care about
he doesn't
him.
care about him.
I'm still like when I do wear a mask, I usually just use like a bandana because that's pretty much what I have. But I got some more masks now, and I'm so stupid because I feel like people can't hear me if I don't
You're
have
yelling.
my mask
Screaming
down.
in your mask?
So I'm either too loud
Hey,
or
what's going on?
or something I've even done is I can't hear someone, so I pull my mask down.
Because you can't hear them?
It's like when you're driving and you're trying to
You
get
turn
get
the radio
close.
down?
Yeah, like I got to turn the radio down so I can see better.
Right, yeah.
So it's like I got to pull my mask down so I can hear better. And it's just again habit stuff. It's
Yeah.
just, it's a weird thing to have on my face, and I'm very not used to it.
I mean, even the employees at the place I went, they were all wearing tags. Said, stay 6 feet, essentially 6 feet from me, except there were 3 or 4 of them all together wrestling with this grill that a guy wanted to buy.
Yeah.
And then there was another guy, like, helping a woman pick out a wrench. They're standing there.
Oh,
Neither of them have masks on. They got the badge says Stay 6. They're like the checkout line. They got the painters taped down. Mm-hmm. But nobody checking, like the people working behind the counter. No masks, no gloves. So again, it's like, okay, I mean, whatever. If this is how you guys are going to do it, I'm not worried about it. Mm-hmm. I just thought it was very strange.
I was in a drugstore over the weekend as well, and a lady got really upset with the cashier for not having a mask on. And the kid was 17, maybe. You know what I mean? You could tell it's just like his first checkout job. And she's got all of her get up and all this stuff, and she's just looking at him. She's like, you should, she's like lecturing the kid, you should really be wearing a mask. And he's like, ma'am, we're doing proper precautions. And she just wasn't having it. And she not ripped into him, but she was like scolding this kid. Like,
I'm just surprised that those places aren't doing that.
He had gloves on.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, and they have the plexiglass up too, so they're behind
then what is
the
she worried about?
She just wanted something to bitch about, I think.
See.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to get. We're going to get the mask people and the not mask people, and it's going to be a whole new divide in our country.
Mask shamers.
Yes.
I haven't worn my mask
shamers.
anywhere because I haven't gone anywhere. So
That's fine. Then you're perfect.
Yeah, I have it.
You get your food delivered every day.
Not only do I get it delivered, I'm like, we have
Leave it at the door option, right?
we leave it at the door option, but then I'm like, I still want to be polite. I don't want to be rude because they just leave it there and then walk away. So we have like a security camera you could talk through. So I'm like, thank you. And she turns around like, I'm like, yeah, thank you so much.
They want to get out of there fast too.
I guess.
I got $1,000 here for you to help pay your bills. All right, good luck.
Rover's Morning Glory wants to help with a chance at $1,000. We have your shot at $1,000 right now. Text the nationwide keyword COUCH, COUCH, to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's COUCH to 200-200. Good luck from 100.7 WMMS.
Grocery store, I see everybody wearing masks.
A lot of people, yeah. Most people,
customers
I would say.
and people working. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Alan, what's going on, man?
How are you, Stephanie? You're the one that called last week, yeah?
Yeah, I called on Friday. Hi, Bill. Hi, Mary. Hey, Poundcake.
You guys remember
Hello.
Stephanie called and
Yeah.
said that she had never seen us before?
Yep.
Yeah.
As if that was a
I
bad
like-
thing.
And then who? She said I was Michael.
Sarah.
No.
Michael Imperioli.
Yeah, and then Mary was.
Carla Gugino.
Yeah. Then
Right.
Alan was who?
Probably the most embarrassing assessment so far was Tom Savini, which,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean,
definitely not.
he's a brilliant makeup and effects artist, but I look nothing like him.
Yeah. No, you said Kirk Douglas, but did you mention, because I thought I was
Kurt
being
Russell.
so, keen figuring it out, but I thought you might have mentioned it before. Has anyone ever done Jeff Bridges?
One guy in Mexico, yes, when I grew my beard out, and he thought that I was Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, I could see it in there. I was like, it's the dude, cleaned himself up and, went for it. Went
Went for it.
The dude, a real go-getter.
If
that
the
guy.
dude cleaned himself up and went for it, that would be me. I'll take it.
Yeah. It was that. I just wanted to say, thanks for taking my call, and I didn't want to seem like eager beaver, calling you guys right now. And you're like, oh yay, we have a new creeper, but I'm on my lunch break, so
You're
I
fine.
wanted
You're
to make
fine.
Sure that
That's
I called you guys and gave you my thoughts.
All right, well, we appreciate it, Stephanie. Thank you.
Yeah, well, the thing was that I was, going into it. I just said that comment about making psychoanalysis about you guys, your mannerisms and all that.
Right.
And, when I started watching the video, it was less mannerisms than I thought there would be. You guys are pretty much just sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah.
kind of talk into
talking,
a
yeah.
microphone. Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
did
if-
not a
If
lot
we're
of
wiggling it around the whole time, it makes it a little weird.
not a lot of
I don't know.
gesticulating in here,
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I thought that you guys were you'd be juggling or playing cards with each other.
Doing
and it'd be,
charades?
some-
Everybody seems to think that what happened. That's why from day one, I was like, why would anyone want cameras in a radio studio? But then it just kind of became the thing because people think they're like, what? Watch, there's not much going on. Yeah, we don't have monkeys swinging from, trapezes or anything in here. So chandeliers were.
We should
But
get
it got
you
me thinking too. I was like, even if they could, you guys do a 4.5 hour show. It's it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It must be exhausting for you guys to talk so much sometimes. I kind of check out after 4 or 5 minutes with people sometimes, and I'm like, my God, they just have to kind of keep fresh and everything. So I was sitting there thinking, well, just make up some lofty crap about their personalities, based on what you do see. And I'm like,
Stephanie's putting more thought into any of this than any of us ever have. So,
dude, the thing is, the whole
I
thing ended up
appreciate
just turning into like a selfish psychoanalysis of myself.
And that's what we wanted all along, is for you to look at yourself.
she went
and see
through the
what's wrong
looking
with me.
glass.
Yeah.
So did we
was
not
just thinking,
surprise
like-
you?
Well, here's the thing. Because you guys' picture is like right there at the start of the video, and I kind of squealed. I was like, "Oh my God, there they are!" And it just wasn't what I thought you would be. And
Yeah.
whenever people say that, I feel like that's you. There's like an extreme to that. It's either like you definitely weren't what I thought you were going to be, or it's like the positive. But it was just very normal. Now it's like I have you guys in my thought catalog. So other people now, you're going to be like, you look like Mary Santora.
Hey.
There you
And
go.
now
You
there you
fox,
go.
you sexy, sexy beast. You look like Mary Santora.
You look like if Mary Santora cleaned herself up.
Hey, she started trying again.
Yeah, she went
Wearing
for it.
makeup.
Pre-quarantine Santora.
She went for
And
it.
like, I think the only thing, because I didn't watch any other, I watched the one on Friday, and then I saw all the other ones, like, being tempted. But, I mean, and I don't want this to come off on the, like, wrong way, but it was kind of like I missed listening to you guys on the radio. Like, I feel like I like it better. Not that I didn't like seeing you guys, but it felt like a little bit like seeing the Santa Claus at the mall.
Yeah, when you
Taking a
pull the
cigarette
curtain back and you see that the Wizard of Oz is just a man.
Right.
The Wizard of Oz was just a man?
Yeah.
Well, he had a
Oh
microphone.
my God! Well, now I gotta. I've always listened to that movie on the radio.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen it.
They made
It says-
TVs since that movie came out.
Come on.
Technicolor too.
Yeah, well, I'll look into that.
So now it's like I don't know if I'm going to watch anymore. I really don't know, because it's all, again, selfish psychoanalyzing myself. It's like, I don't want to
Then just listen.
ruin what we have.
Yeah, Stephanie, I trust that you'll make the right decision. Listen, I've been doing this a long time. I've never once had somebody come to me and go, "You look exactly like I thought you would." That just doesn't happen. So
Right.
it's whatever. Right? For better or worse, it is what it is. Nothing we can do.
Better for worse. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it was just funny because I watched it. I was watching it, and I had my boyfriend's Xbox headphones to listen to it.
Yep.
And I think he could definitely got jealous of you guys.
Well, he's not the one that said Mary looked like Beavis, was he?
That was Quagmire.
No, not at all. But I mean, he was just kind of like over it because even after the show, I wouldn't give the headphones back, and I kept like talking to him like a guest. So it was like, I was like,
Well, Stephanie, I will tell you this. The only thing more exhausting than us doing the show for 4 hours is listening to the show for 4 hours. So
oh man.
you get check that box and give yourself a little prize.
I mean, I definitely feel like I have accomplished something that, in the grand scheme of things, is going to mean absolutely nothing.
Less
But
than
I-
nothing. Don't
Absolutely
even worry
right.
about
Hey,
it.
everything
Right.
means nothing.
That's right.
All right. I appreciate you guys, and take care and be safe. All right?
Okay, you too. There is Stephanie, who has clearly done a deep, deep dive on the show.
She's high as 420.
No, she might be, but she
She's on her
sounded
lunch
exactly. She's on a lunch break.
I
and
mean nothing. People took up on their lunch break all the time.
yeah, she sounded exactly the way she did when she called last week. So, Alan, it's almost as if you guys are humans. Almost
We're not.
is the operative word there. That's right. A lot of people pointing out that if you don't watch the live stream religiously, you don't get to see Mary's button pop off once in a while.
I had a button pop. I had a crotch slip.
Yeah, really.
There's a lot going on here,
There's
guys.
so much going on.
You guys saw some of my side cap.
It's as though
Yeah.
you didn't know you had a crotch.
And I was like, what?
What?
What happens when I put my pelvis forward?
That's right.
You mean I can't spread my legs when I want to? What are you talking about?
Who wants to see Beavis's beef?
Hey, you like butt? What about bees?
Where's your jai?
Where's your gine? Right
Jine.
here,
I
baby.
keep saying jine.
Jai? Who
Jine.
says I know.
Jine, I'm sorry.
Wasn't he saying Jai?
I don't know. That sounds like it's short for gyro.
Well, vajai.
Vajai?
Vajai?
Are you thinking budai?
No, I've heard vajai before.
What is budai?
I don't know.
You said, are you thinking budai? What is that?
When you die a boo.
You just made the word up? Are you thinking about this word I just made up? Is that the one that you're thinking
No
of?
Do you
one
want
wants
to
to
know
touch
what
my
I did?
vagina.
I superimposed Dubai in my head, and it came out budai.
Yeah.
But hey,
Where's your jine?
But he wants to go to Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv,
yes,
yes.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I messed it all up. I said the dumbest thing.
Can't believe
So-
you remembered I wanted to go there. That's like my destination vacation.
Yes, it's not required that I remember it. It's only that you've mentioned it a lot.
I haven't mentioned
He
it
goes,
once this year.
I can't believe that you remembered that.
Not once this year have I mentioned Tel Aviv.
But that just goes to show how many times you have mentioned it, that it was
This
still
year,
stuck
how
in
do
his
you
head.
know that you've...
Because I know I would not. I haven't mentioned it on the show.
But you say regularly, and we're all in the same boat. You say regularly that you don't remember what we talked about 20 minutes ago. So how do you know you haven't mentioned Tel Aviv in 2020?
Because I feel like I would be excited about when I talk about it. I would have a reason to talk about it, and that would be memorable to me. So
He
I
rewatches
don't know
his
what he's
segments. If he has a segment where he talks a lot, he rewatches it in the next break.
Right, exactly.
So
Yeah.
he
So if it's
would
something-
know.
if
He
it's something
studies
I'm-
his own self.
If it's something I'm really excited about, I would remember talking about
He
it.
doesn't study himself. He enjoys himself because it's not like he watches the segments where he doesn't do great and goes, "What can I learn from this?" He watches the
That's
ones
not
where
true.
he,
Oh, these are
he
not
goes,
instructional
this is
things.
Great. I'm great.
I made
And then
everybody
watch
laugh.
the one where I'm great.
I watch both, but I definitely watch the ones where I'm great more.
Huh. You know, you don't learn anything from success, though.
No, I
You
just
learn from failure.
But I watch the ones that I do fail, but I also watch the ones where I, do great, and I watch it for entertainment. I'm not watching it to learn something. I'm like, I laugh at
Well, that's
myself.
what Bill just said. Yeah.
So you're entertained by yourself again.
Yeah.
Just you. After
Yeah.
it just happened.
Now,
Yeah.
to his point, if I record a set, like a stand-up set, and it's awful, I delete it immediately. I'm not going to go back and watch that video. You wouldn't either.
But
No,
you probably,
those are the ones-
but you
wouldn't
probably
watch
make a couple of notes.
Yeah, but you're not going to go back and watch a video of yourself bombing. You're like, I don't want to relive that.
No,
That
but it's one of those
sucks.
things where you also learn. You go, okay, this is why I was bombing. Look at my posture. My energy is bad.
When's the last
and
time you
stuff like
watched
that.
a video of
I
yourself
don't watch
bomb?
any of it. It's
Okay.
none. So, but I'm saying you could learn from that stuff. Also, I never bomb, never kill. I'm always right there in the middle.
You're just doing fine.
Yeah, I'm just doing fine.
6
So-
out of 10 Squire over here.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
kids-
7 out of 10.
And you
A
kids
meteor
have video.
cry.
We just had tape when I was doing it
Yeah.
back in the day. You would just listen for where the laughs were and where they weren't.
Yeah.
All right, take those out then.
Yeah.
Those aren't working. You
Yeah, right.
And that's usually what I do.
don't watch anything. You just like
the
man.
audio thing.
Yeah, audio. I'm like John Travolta in Blowout with that bitch.
But even on the videos where I'm doing well, I go, I still don't like this.
Watching
Like,
yourself is so hard.
It's so hard.
And trying to
the
like
fact that he watches himself for entertainment.
But he watches when he does. You don't like watching like a joke that murdered or a crowd interaction where you're like, hell yeah, I do want to go back and see that again.
Not necessarily. Because what happens is you go, it could have been better.
Yeah, after like a while, but
Yeah, it's like when you're editing
videos.
video and you're putting subtitles to
Like,
it.
no,
And
this
like,
isn't
this is a
even
great
funny
bit.
anymore.
And then you get through it and you're like, I'm not going to post this. This is trash.
Right.
So I'm not, I don't really like watching myself. I do like when we have like a fun segment, like last week when we were talking about Red Wings.
Yeah.
I posted that segment and I showed it to my girlfriend and she was laughing. So I was enjoying watching her watch it because she was having a good time watching it.
Yeah.
But I'm not watching it going, man, I'm doing great.
I'm going to go back and watch this segment.
Don't. You'll be disappointed. All right, let me break there. On that note, I don't want to take any time away from Poundcake, going to YouTube and watching. So if you want to text 35192, you can go to alancoxshow.com, the aforementioned, and we will be back after these.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.